You've just overheard a hostile exchange among several adult participants at your center. A grandfather has reprimanded a young mother because she's not controlling her toddler during a circle activity. The mother is upset by the criticism. A third parent, her friend, has intervened by telling the grandfather to mind his own business.
Because she wasn't controlling her toddler during a circle activity, and then others get involved. So we found for the factors that make this problematic for the family members was that it created sides. So there was some of the adults were like, yeah, why is this child disrupting circle? And the other parents were saying, who says it's grandpa's business to nose in and tell this mom what to do? We also, there's lots of emotions there: embarrassment, being judged, criticism, feeling like you're not in a safe place anymore. Like, it totally changes the scenario. I think that's for every single person in that room. Not safe when voices start to rise. For the Strong Start facilitator, we thought we'd just run away. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Not at all kidding.
So we felt that we really needed to provide emotional safety for everyone, and that there's a lot of pressure on us, because as soon as everybody's done looking at that crisis that happens, those eyes are going to turn on you. What are you going to do about it? So that we have to fix it. For the adults, it makes the place unsafe, makes people angry. People are either caught in the middle or they're having to take sides. Also, everybody wants to protect their children. They don't want their children to have to see this sort of thing. For the Strong Start program, people might not want to come back. This is the kind of place you run. What are some strengths in this situation that you could draw on? We thought that it can turn into a teachable moment about expressing anger appropriately. That was about all we found positive about that. How would we like the situation to be different? Well, we'd like it not to have happened, but you can't really change it. It happens and you just deal with it. What else would you like to know beforehand, before we act? So if there's any extenuating circumstances from both sides, so maybe grandpa has been having to take care of this 3-year-old, and he's 80 and he's having to chase after this 3-year-old for the past 6 months, Monday to Friday, because the parents can't do daycare, or perhaps it was the mom of the child. But anyways, we don't know how these people are coming into the center, so so how are things today? Or have you had a break in a while? Did you get that day off that you were going to get last week? Just being up to date with the adults, how they're coming into the program. And how can we find out, listening to families, how's your day? Stepping into their shoes, we found the grandfather was maybe feeling a bit hostile. Maybe not the typical thing that he would do is judge on somebody else. Frustrated, maybe he's feeling empowered that he wanted to help this person, but it got taken the wrong way. And then it goes, of course, to embarrassment because it's caused a scene. The mother's judged, threatened, feeling defensive, maybe inadequate. Friend jumps in because she's the protector and she's going to be angry about this. Facilitator, way uncomfortable. And the children are scared and confused. They're probably not sure what's going on. The most difficult part of this, I think all of us found, was that we are the facilitator of this program and we can't take sides. There's these 2 adults here that are having a conflict, and we can't say you're right, you're wrong. Like with the kids, you had the truck first. We can't say that to these adults because we're here to support the both of them. And so we can't really make either of them wrong, but simply acknowledge the situation and pardon me? Oh, and how we could deal with it better, and that, let's not yell in front of the children. what we could control was really just our reaction to the outburst, making sure we're keeping the rest of the group safe, and seeing if just making a judgment call then if we need to get help. So if we have to go and call the principal. I don't have a phone in my room, so calling 911, I have to like run down past, like I have this big long school. It's just one big hallway. So I have to go halfway down the school to get to the phone, which is where the principal and the secretary is anyways. So just seeing what you've got in your realm of ability. So, and assess the safety and volatility of the situation. What's beyond our control is how other people are going to react, if they're going to leave, if they're going to stay, if it's going to escalate. The boundaries, I skipped a couple here. Our boundaries, like for me, I'm very oversensitive to yelling at conflict, which is probably why I picked this scenario, because I just like crawl up into a ball. Yeah. Or talking about lack of respect in that situation, like you guys aren't respecting each other. And personal bottom line probably is that yelling and anger isn't appropriate in front of children, regardless of what the child did in circle time. It's not about that, it's about the reaction to it. So we didn't go into immediate actions, we kind of brought it up throughout. I think I've sort of conveyed that. And then over time, we were talking about guidelines, having information available about what the expectations are of behavior in the center, and how that's conveyed to the parents, maybe bringing it up again. And I was thinking that'd be a really great thing to find out if other people have that sort of, those guidelines. I have some posted in my room, and just to hear what the other people have as far as language or examples for guidelines would be really helpful.
Thank you. That's a tough one. Really tough. Any comments? Questions?